There is a monster living in Stokes Croft. Under a star, under a skyline, under a gazebo of lonely prayers he sleeps. Curled up tight in a hammock made from ex-boyfriend love letters, teen angst poetry and emo band t-shirts. The things you throw away are priceless with potential to him. And he weaves together a quilt from the idle promises they carry. By day, he watches the all-sign world dance tipsy and crazed through half-muddled routines, eyes capturing every quiver of the human ant's nest in immaculate four-dimensional picture. And by night, he walks the lanes of Bohemia, mind flooded with the torrents of consciousness, and he takes one emotion-dripped paw to the face of the urban decay and he paints. He paints first kisses and last trains home. He paints the first vibrant, squelching, belching, melting of dubstep onto shaking heads in back rooms. He paints the buzz of anxiety sweeping Gaia, a pyroclastic neurotic flow turning innocence to ashes and stuffing lungs with silence. But mostly, he paints dreams. Tonight, the monster has been painting flames. In the hushed, squish, mishmash of the fetal night, the people of Stokes Croft are dreaming. Bearded days folded into the rubble and ruin of his man-pad, dreams of his first bike ride, the one with no stabilizers or worries, where his dad let go, leaving him to struggle gangling legs against the wobbly physics of improbable metal. At first, he swivels and darts like a retarded starling, certain to nosedive in the grit and gravel, but then push, kick, push, turning mania to motion, as he rises like Megatron over the shining fields, huge and wondrous, crushing the train-set towns beneath his wheels. Jeremy called me Jezzo, lords and lions over his smug meat double condominium bed and dreams of jet set. BA business class bubbles of extreme comfort, champagne on ice, on the house, on everything, pitter-pattering across runways into islands full of unpronounceable villages, cocktails and birds. In the blue heat of third world first-class luxury, he rolls out the new iPhone under burgundy palms to tell the whole 3G network how this shit is fucking banging, mate. Agnes squirrels into the pink floral sheets of her pension den and dreams of skipping. From the vinyl crackling pages of memory, she resurfaces the wild hair, the carefree grubby feet, the thin will-o-wisp of rope boiling behind her. High-scented apron strings tie her back to a cottage where a cautious mother trills on the breeze. Aggie! Aggie! Stop being a musty bastard and come have your tea! But she is gone, jumping with gypsies and fettling with fairies in the rich, dense marshlands of Somerset's green playground. Shanika, tense like a foreigner in squat student digs, dreams of flame. All about the tumble-down alleys of her temporary home, there are men with meat-shop muscles and Easter Island jaws forming coal-black lines against a backdrop of chaos. There are fossils galumphing through petroleum air. There is a symphony of shrieks like Jericho horns reverberating off pavement. There is a hiss of hopeless discontent, a stench of petty revolt, and in the midst of the frost and melee, against all reason and understanding, she is fighting too. Way out east, the sun is arriving. In the early bleakness it was thought he might never make an appearance, but now he has his hat on, and his Goldilocks tendrils are slinking sultry into dozy bristles. Sunshine is nipping at the heels of beady day as he spins and spittles on a fifth-generation bus down Nine Tree Hill. All the dormant road is washed in the fizzy glow of the afterdawn, its teeth glinting off its back spokes. All the charity shops and boutiques, the furtive, quiet dens of knick-knack hoarding, the beauty salons and the gloomy internet cafes all stutter and creak into life as he passes. Dave and sunshine, sunshine and day, racing in boyish budget motocross down slopes of cement. He rolled past a 24-hour convenience store where Sakib merrily fucks with the dazed minds of the hung-under students as they come in seeking vitamins and vital fluids, like, this orange juice made, then bound. No, I'm serious. Got like Fabergé eggs in and that. He rolls past the run-down, strung-out, overhanging flats where Woozy Susie, the crushed vintage Mother Earth love chick, chants out her morning yogic phrases to Sulis Minerva, the Green Man and the Fury, whilst shepherding her nephews into school-ready mode, like, not until you finish your eggs, they're on top of the tumble dryer where you left them, you don't need to know what the bell end is, darling, you need to get on the bus. He rolls past the quilted array of retirement castles on Upper York Street where Agnes rises with the lark and twice as chirpy, and in her head sings silently along to the quaint but unbelievably politically incorrect songs of the very old, while pouring her plants a still, clear, liquid breakfast.
The news is going round that certain German man that wants to take on England with his evil little plan. But he must have forgotten that Britannia rules the waves, so we're going to teach Jerry just how to behave. Hitler, we're going to fuck you in the face. All your army are going to vanish. Oh, Hitler, you sausage munching disgrace. You're worse than the bloody Spanish.
He rolls past the trespassers will be flanked, tidied air pockets of well-made apartments down vast fields, weaving an irreverent path through gated communities and young professionals' playgrounds. In the car park, Jeremy Call Me Jezzo bundles into his binary black BMW and gets his voice-operated sat-nav into gear.
Select destination.
Work.
Loading. I have Unit 6, New Raw Meat, Union Street, Bristol, A1BS12DL. Is that correct?
Yes.
Loading. Are you certain you want to go to this destination?
Yes.
But Jeremy, it's so early. You're self-employed. Couldn't you have a bit of a lie-in?
What's shit to do? Get my hustle on, mate.
But Jeremy...
Call me Jezzo.
Why? That is not your name.
Never mind.
You look so tired, Jeremy. I think you're overworking yourself. Why don't I give you directions to the zoo instead? The penguins are so charming.
Not in the mood, Sat-Nav.
But Jeremy, I worry about you. Since you broke up with Trisha, it seems like you have been trying to fill an emotional void with your career.
Power off!
But...
Power off, you digital wanker! He rolls past Shanika's flat as she starts from her morning mares and looks out the dirty window. All about the back end of the croft, the student race are emerging. Dressing gowns with cosy cups of Java brew, like trampish Hugh Hefners in the fumbling AM, they amble achingly into the maddening light of bedraggled front lawn. One boy man throws a rum-sullied throat to the sky, thankful and surprised to still be alive, and croons out his own alternative sun salutation. My mind is telling me no, but my body is telling me yes. And on the opposing graffiti wall, she sees that a new painting has snuck its way in the night. Could it be flames? Come on. Beardy Dave rolls past all the resplendent suburban medley in its slow, waking tussle for headspace, giving a nod to the sun as it overtakes him by far into the heart of the city. While the leavening base of the spring heat washes up the walls outside, Cabo Circus keeps its fickle pedestrians in perfect aircon tranquility. Nomading discreetly through every link in the chain of chain stores, they prick and preen through plastic menageries, scoping out the best angle on bargains to hunt them down like price tags deserve. Cabo Circus indeed! Shopkeepers like ringleaders in the service of greed, multimedia clowns with lanyard bow ties pull PR backflips round magenta stands to pull in punters on impossibly priced contracts. Strongman security guards toss shoplifting oiks trapezing through front doors to the thunderous applause of their own testosterone, all to Muzak waltzes under a Technicolor big top of fragmented sky. In the man-eating offices of Broadmead, Jeremy Jezzo cruises in on smooth time to deliver one of his world-acclaimed presentations. What is the key to success? Why is it that I am so successful and you are all such knobby favourites? Why is it that I ride home each evening in my custom Beamer to my luxury penthouse apartment with not one, not two, but three Brazilian supermodels, while you trundle back on your leaky tricycle to your old caravan to spunk up over your dad's copy of Razzle? Well, I'm going to tell you. All you need to do is follow my 4-stage ultra development plan. Stage 1, personal deprocrastination session. Don't just sit in your garden, yeah, wishing the weeds would go away. Piss on the weeds of negativity. Build the heated patio of proactivity. Stage 2, emotional lamination. I need you to stop listening to the advice of friends, partners, family, anyone who's going to tell you the truth about yourself, right? Because these people, in fact, are packed with negative ions, and they want nothing more than to demagnetize you. Because friends don't spend, friends just bend, due to their will. Establish an underground railroad of business and professional connections. Link your Facebook to your blog to your Twitter to your phone, and your phone to a 72-inch plasma screen mounted in your toilet. Because time spent shitting out west is a shit time to waste that you could waste doing shit. Stage 3. Network ejaculation. This one is a key stage, people. I want you to do exactly what it says on the tin. You guys are going to literally explode on the market, yeah? Spill your business beans on the fertile career soil, yeah? Cheers on the underage tips of self-promotion. If a gatekeeper blocks you, don't just email him again. Give him a call. If that doesn't work, go meet him in person. If that doesn't work, go to his house at 6 a.m., hold up a boombox, and stand outside it playing 80s power ballads till you get that job. Look. Do you think I want 60 grand a year with my own solid gold yacht because I'm good at what I do? Or because I'm the most hard-working? Or because I'm a young white British male from the home counties with no regional accents, tattoos or disability? Hell no, player. I'm here because bad things only happen to people who think badly, yeah? Just Just look at Nelson Mandela. It took him 23 years to realise he was holding himself back. That's why I'm better than him. Because as soon as I leave go, I'm thinking about getting some free parking. Stage 4. Aspiration coagulation. So, you've reached the end zone. You saved the princess. You shot the Pope in the face. You uploaded your CD, downsized your expenses, you round-rated the currency, and brought all the expensive laptops back to the hideout. But my friend, this is just the beginning. If you don't solidify your corporate bullshit, you will never reach the nest egg inside the rat race on top of the glass ceiling. I don't want any of you coming back here next week with regular live jobs and friends. That, frankly, is not good enough. So, to conclude, success is the new black, self-improvement is the new Bible, investment is the new anal sex, ignorance is strength, I am the Messiah, and if you buy my book, How to Improve Your Shitty Life in 800 Simple Steps, you will be able to fly, talk to animals, and your farts will smell like angel delight. Thank you. Now fuck off. Agnes rides the bus through the swelling crowds and remembers when sepia smoke stacks whipped over the city. Remembers the lurching factory doors from which sweat-glazed, overcoated men came on 10-minute lunch breaks to pubs, shops, cafes, anything but their god-awful nagging wives. She remembers buying hot chestnuts from a street vendor, sitting on a wall and flirting outrageously with Jeff and Fred Arlington, the Joyner twins, before nipping through the dust back to school, leaving blue balls and black faces in her wake. Now, she looks on the fit, spring, whitewashed visage of urban renewal with silent bafflement, peering through the giant hamster cages full of people on glistening display. She sees the Primark where Ray Elliott, the two totally not hipsters, shamble through in search of Elton John-esque eye dazzlers. Purse strings tighter than the jeans around their testicles, joined in the ear by iPod cords like unlikely Siamese twins, swapping blog-fresh tracks from brain to brain. So yeah, it's an XX remix, of a Stars remix, of a live version, of an LCD sound system B-side. Oh my god. You know what we should do? Once we've got threaded and dipped and looking fresh, we should go back to your house and do a remix of this. Oh my god, you read my mind, right? I've got this banging bass line for it in my head. Okay, wait for it. Okay, let's go. Outside the H&M, Woozy Susie hands out pamphlets for her chakra-seeking, true name-speaking, gong-assisted workshop. At the corner of Merchant Street and Broadmead, the pristine charity muggers jovially eye up their prey, ready to sink knives of guilt and dubious monetary maths into helpless flesh for that £3 a month to see them through summer. And in the apple shop, surrounded and overwhelmed by a fortress of glass and chrome, Beardy Dave works behind the genius bar, watching the high-powered yoga mums dip in on their early morning chai breaks and lay their smooth chrome digi-hoardings down on the counter. Look here, my man. I can't get any whiskey on my earpad. Can you sort it out, please, and Charlotte? I cannot help you. I beg your pardon. I mean, I could fix this, but it won't bring you any lasting happiness. What? Look. The Roman philosopher Seneca once said, why worry about what you do have? What you don't have is much greater. Look. You get a laptop, right? And it's amazing. You can take it anywhere. Send emails from the top of Mount Fuji. Show someone 12 times over the way a picture of your penis. I mean, one's penis, I'm not saying you. And then the iPhone comes out, right? And that's even more amazing, because you can do all that stuff even on the way from a computer. You're effectively plugged into all the information in the world, no matter where you go. And then the iPad comes out, which is sort of an awkward melding of the two. You still have to get one, right? Because everyone's got one. You don't want to be that one iPad-less dickhead that everyone lays into at work. But then you get it, and it comes with a whole new raft of problems, like you wanted the laughing monkey app, but you got the farting monkey app. or the bag you bought just for it doesn't fit. Or the whiskey doesn't work. Once one problem becomes smaller, you inflate another to distorted proportions like an endless whack-a-mole of gold. Look, this whole place is built on the specious principle: the greater ease will make your life intrinsically better. When all the research shows that any real happiness comes from a sense of self-worth independent of wealth or achievement. I'm setting up one of these too, right, okay? But it's 400 quid minimum. 400 quid! That's not awesome shit you could do with 400 quid. You could wrap 20 people in bubble wrap and play street rugby. You could fill a super soaker with bubble mix, hire a moped and do drive-bys all the way up to cycle past the bar. You could buy a vat of Dulux red currant glory and literally take the town race. But you won't do any of those things, because no one does stuff like that. But everyone has an impact. This is awful! Yeah, I know, it's a pretty depressing thought, isn't it? No. You're awful. You're the worst apple genius I've ever known. Yeah, I mean, I never really felt comfortable without her. I mean, when you... Shut up! Just shut up! I'll talk to someone else. Beardy Dave stares through the see-through bars of his prison as the frown of his supervisor approaches. Was that guy horrid? The monster walks against the flow of human traffic, wending through their periphery, head bowed to the pressure of bodies against him. Woozy Susie smiles as she hands him a flyer. She has seen stranger things in her time. All the phobias and anxieties of the people hang off them like auras as he nudges past. Will I be famous? Will I be rich? Why do men have nipples? He hastens to the very top of Castle Mead Tower, that shrine to Mammon standing taller than God, and he waits. The afternoon lulls and stretches into the branches of Bristol, and all the painted pixie folk within wind their way down towards work then. In her room, Shanika is trying desperately to study, buried under library books, barricaded in by contemporary references and criticism. In her mind, the wigged and tail-coated giants of English literature loom monolithic over her.
Good day. I am Samuel Richardson. Born in 1689, I wrote 9-volume novels about virtuous women and thunderous men who want to do dastardly rapes on them.
I'm going to do an essay comparing you with Jane Austen for, tomorrow.
Jane Austen? Yeah. Fuck that bitch. Her books don't even have dastardly raping in. Well, this young lady clearly has.
Not really.
Oh.
Look, how do you compare the...
Mary Butlers in a gender-based relationship to the consciousness of the central character.
But Mark Twain said, every time you read Pride and Prejudice, he wanted to dig you up and hit you over the skull with your own shin bone.
Mark, did you really say that?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
How dare you?
Serves you right, Mark.
Confused by the wordy world, she sinks into her books and her doubts. Further up the hill, Ray and Elliot are mashing up synths in a fusty attic room, cutting up beats and shapes around the cramped wooden space. Too cool for college, they cram the stilled air with heavy noise and excitable footsteps, while parents and neighbours roam like floorboards underneath. At the 24-hour convenience store, Sahib kicks his feet up for a couple of hours and leaves his friend's pet old English sheepdog front paws propped up on the counter like a furry assistant to amuse the afternoon browsers. Beardy Dave, ex-Apple genius with no severance pay, dawdles into Cafe Kino, and with a herbal tea and paper in hand, drifts off into a maudlin, fretful sleep. And by a park in Brandon Hill, near a pond, Agnes sits, bathed in the shushness of the day, thinks to herself, and eventually speaks. I've always rather admired ducks, haven't you, Bertie? Very no-nonsense approach to reproduction. None of this peacock dancing and courtship rituals. Just hold her bally head down and get on with it. Just like Uncle Alfred with that girl from the florist. Flowers. Flowers, flowers. Oh, Bertie, do you remember when we came up here for our wedding and the band from the factory came along and played all the popular tunes of the day? You had those flowers in your lapel. Remember powdered eggs? Ghastly. Like a cat taking a runny shit in your mouth. We'll meet again. Don't know where. Don't know where. In the bunker, playing Scrabble. Mama said you'd be in Paris carousing with floozies by now. Papa said not to be silly, you'd be home too sweet. Sweeties, licorice all sorts, Devonshire toffees, strawberries and creams, gobstoppers, all scrambled up together for a penny. Scrambled. Scrambled, they would say. Scramble, the hundabout. Most of the pilots were Polish, of course. Someone should tell the bloody BNP that. And I just had to look. Through the gap in the bunker doorway, I just had to peek. Oh, the lights in the sky. It was beautiful. Like fireworks. Fire. Enemy fire. Shot down over the dress room. 2 men in uniform at the front door. The Minister of Defence sends his consolation. You'll be missed, Bertie. I know I'm a silly old girl coming up here and talking to you like this. There aren't even ducks here anymore. The rose petals of evening lay their lazy luminescence onto the town. And as the natives make their way home, the oily kills of reapers begin to fire up. Haven for the white rats, the dropout vagrant, the budgeting builder, the pre-party munchie-driven student. It juts out like a fragrant, flagrant shrine to grease and salt. The monster sneaks in to see such treasures as would make Indiana Jones' face melt. Veggie burgers stacked high as St. Anne's, slopped with a chili sauce known to cause deep shamanic insanity on the first table. Onion bhajis balled up tight like some delicious man's fist, chips that sob through 5 layers of paper like they are trying to burrow to freedom. And the punters keep coming. Who could blame them? The light is drooping out of the sky and all of Stokes Croft is eating. Bathed in the noirish refractions of the Cube cinema, Ray and Elliot munch hot popcorn as they sit wide-eyed, though still in sunglasses, through trailers for boho lefty documentaries, wistful subtitled Euromancers and tricked-out anime, studiously tweeting their opinions on each one as they go, on a scale from hashtag illtacular to hashtag gashcore. In her living room, Woozy Susie takes nibbles of vegan cake and sips of barley cup as she welcomes in the visitors to her chakra-seeking workshop. Shoving furniture aside, she chatters soothingly to the nervous newcomers, on every subject from Shinto Buddhism to X Factor. In her kitchen, Agnes grazes on oversteamed stems of broccoli as she makes phone calls to her whole extended dynasty of descendants, lighting up with warmth to hear their stories before being gently coerced towards. Yeah, okay, yeah. I'll talk to you later, Gran. Yeah, alright, bye. The click beep of the dial tone sounding out across Tupperware and ancient cups. Busy day, the dwindled al fresco section of the Full Moon pub chews on a moody pack of cheese and onions as he heartily erects some soapboxes to his gathered circle of mates. I think it's good that my safety blanket's been taken away, you know? True creativity comes out of chaos. Look at Abraham Lincoln, right? Lost 6 elections, ran 2 failed businesses, had a nervous breakdown, was bedridden for 6 months, then became one of the world's great democratic leaders. Or, well, take Jesus, right? What was he doing between the ages of 12 and 30? I think it's alright to go off the rails. Mess your life up a bit. After all, there is no real end goal. I mean, Alan Watts once said that the teleology of today. Yeah? Can we just talk about tips in football for once? Yeah, cool. In her bedroom, Shanika nibbles on the occasional stale grape as she gets glammed up to the teeth for the evening's ritual Thursday night celebration. Calligraphic lipstick marks and architectural fringe lines are crafted as she makes a face for the world with workmanlike precision. This is the Shanika everyone else sees. The free-dancing warrior princess, all boisterousness and bangles. A lioness with perpetual pride to avenge. The first one in and last one out of every house party and argument. But the girl who bothers over books, tucked away like folded revision notes, and painted out which she cannot be seen in the mirror. That dream and those paintings, they follow her like a hermit into the descending dark. All the fairy-lit, star-cushioned, whispering night is on the city again, and the nocturnal noises can be heard pushing against it. The clumsy, scattered thud of sound-checking drum kits in belly-flop bars, the click and whir of moving chairs and washes and dishes, and the powerful, subdued growl of engines approaching telepathic heights. In the basement of Oceania, Shanika is dancing. 40 fathoms deep in a baseline high, bodies mushed together like shoals of brightly clad fish. 2 40-year-old DJs stand aloof on roofs of electronics and cynically spin sharp trash into the tiny hours. And in the cheap 80s casino Scarface decor, the waves of frustrated youth clash all around. At 1 a.m., the first fallout begins to topple through the gates outside. Peroxide, pale-eyed girlies with murderous skyscraper heels still walk their sick stomachs to the pavement, or else stand, with poster girl elegance, puffing borrowed cancer sticks into the treacly atmosphere. Meanwhile, polo shirt clad, wax-haired, 20-something beta males smelling of links and beer do their best impression of nonchalance, but their eyes are glued primordially to the sea. Shanika shoves through the flock of pseudo-demons, scavenging for a signal, her words of makeup streaming into the metropolis. Yeah, I can't hear you. Speak up. No, I'm out. I said I'd be out. No, I'm staying at Status tonight. Stay? Excuse me, bitch. Personal space. No, not you. I know you're my boyfriend, the doy. Oh my God. Okay. You need to respect me, all right? Because I'm a grown woman and I've had a really weird day. Oh my God, just go have a wank and chill out or something. Jeremy Cooney-Jezzo rides the beamer home after his sixth presentation, to find himself confronted by squadrons of bright yellow jackets that descend like vengeful angels upon him.
Jeremy, I sense trouble ahead. Maybe you should turn around.
I'm off doing that. Yeah, I live just up there. Well, that's great, right? I don't care about some fucking squatters, do I? I came out my right of way. What? No, I'm not going to get out of the car. You've got the wrong man, mate. I'm a consultant, for fuck's sake, a consultant!
Jeremy, don't go. I love you.
Beardy Day bikes quick down a back alley, sees the black smoke balaclava men arrive like solid shadows into the croft. He smells the alien rays on them and knows that they are not from here, but some other planet encrusted with bitterness and agitation. And on the other side, black sticks, black shields, black helmets, black upon black, grinding like infected molars on each other. On the street, his home is paved on. To Shanika, with bare, grimy feet, from the hour's walk home, heels in hand, they are all just men. Typical confrontational men ruining everything. Men like Samuel Richardson and her boyfriend and Mark Twain, just stupid men. She walks straight through the first line of roses like a row of soggy bollards and keeps charging like Bodicea in uncomfortable underwear until one of them gets in her way. Excuse me, miss, this road's closed off. She says, fuck off! And as they lay hands on her, she sees the final part of her dream fall into place. Flame. Agnes, from her window, sees the swirl of artists, anarchists, and anti-socialists running down like nightclub brawlers, sees the fires rising, and is an 18-year-old girl again, looking on while Armageddon burns outside. Her sacred space has become an unholy rave, a horrifying carnival of violence, and in the midst of it is a flame-colored monster trying to escape. Sometimes, when I'm flying in that, over St. Paul's way, I sometimes get this lovely view. I see Clifton Bridge, all shiny in the dark like it's brand new, just a glimpse through the rooftop. And beyond that, these wonderful hills with fields full of bluebells in them. And I think, oh, that's nice. And I wonder what old Isambard Brunel must have thought, walking down to the river in his big top hat and looking out at the bridge. I bet he thought, I made something worth keeping here. Something that's just as much a part of the earth and sky as them there hills. Buildings are important, aren't they? I reckon The buildings kind of define the people that's in them. Pubs, bridges, Tesco's. If the buildings don't match, then the people won't. I don't match these new buildings, or the people that's in them. So at dawn, I'm going to go running through them bluebells. Maybe some other springtime, I'll come back.